All right, my friends, hello, it's me, Chelsea, your tarot reader and intuitive coach, and we are here. It is December 28th, 2021. This is our last Tarot Tuesday reading of the year. If you're seeing this after, keep watching. There's a message here for you somewhere. And a big thank you to those of you who have kept coming back. I started these on a whim earlier this year, and the feedback I have gotten has just been so great. I absolutely love being here and bringing you these readings, and I look forward to continuing to do so in 2022. Today, for our final reading of the year, we're going to do release and receive. What's the stuff that's got to stay in 2021 in order for us to welcome in whatever is to be received in 2022. I'm using the Rider-Waite Tarot and postcards. So this will be postcards' final appearance. Starting next week in the new year, we'll start using her sister deck, Visions in Liminal Space. I'm very excited. This is what we got for today, so let's do it. All right, in release, we're pulling the Ten of Swords. And in receive, we're pulling the World. God, how beautiful is that? I mean, do you feel broken and battered and bruised from 2021? Because I know I do. Gosh, what a year, right? Like our second year in a global pandemic and whatever else. I know from clients to friends, I feel like 22 was a year where things kind of collectively collapsed, or 2020 was a year where things collectively collapsed and we called a lot of things into question. And then in 2021, we had to reckon with those questions. We had to make the decisions and decide if we were stepping into change, and that does not come without wound. It fucking hurts, right? Like it's tough to keep choosing yourself to make the hard decisions. And so we get to the end of the year and I think we look to a new year like it's going to be a magic Band-Aid, right? And everything's going to feel better. But the flipping of the calendar is arbitrary, right? But at the same time, we can choose for that to be true. We can choose to know that, all right, I'm still alive. And that's, the Ten of Swords, I think, is funny, right? We see it and we're like, shit. But the thing is, the Ten of Swords is very overdramatic, right? Like, he was killed with the first sword, right? We didn't need the other 9. Like, we're just being dramatic here, right? Like, you're breathing, and it might feel like it's a miracle that you are, but you are. You made it here. You made it to the end. So it is time to release the drama of the challenge and leave it behind, right? We can't go into 2022 being like, oh, well, 2021 and oh my God, right? Just leave it. Just leave it. Let the drama be gone. Let it be easy. Because the thing about the Ten of Swords, and sometimes visuals are so fun in the tarot, is if you just flip it over, all the swords come falling out, right? So can you just leave it behind? Can you just let it be? And we have the World. And the World is our final stop on this Fool's journey. It is it's a moment of completion and celebration and unity and joy, where we look at all the stuff that got us here and we reflect. Hindsight is 2020, right? And you can reflect and see the Ten of Swords, or you can reflect and see that despite the Ten of Swords, you're still breathing, right? And so how am I going to step into the next cycle? I'm going to receive. I'm going to choose the World. I'm going to choose wholeness. Duality. Year of duality. 2022 is also a Lovers year, right? So it's 2 + 0 + 2 + 2 is 6, which is the Lovers. And the Lovers is one of our early depictions of duality in the Fool's journey. And it's this moment where it's like we're making our first choice for ourselves, right? We are, we walked through and we stayed by ourselves when we learned from the Empress and the Emperor and the Hierophant. And now we're welcoming in another. All right, we're welcoming in something else. We're welcoming in duality. And, God is a goddess is just very much, there are multiple truths. There is masculine and feminine. There is you, and maybe it's in the external world, physically, something new that's coming in. Maybe it's more metaphoric. But in either case, there's an ability to own both parts, right? To stay rooted in that feminine, creative, feeling energy, and also be able to connect with that masculine, doing, structured, accomplishing energy. And the two do not compete. They should not compete. They should lift each other up, okay? And in the world, we have embodied that. So the work that you did this year, this 10 of Swords that felt like it was just stabbing you in the back again and again, all the releasing you did, all of the changing of patterns in order to be more aligned, in order to be more harmonious. Can you just be there now? Can you just exist in this place where okay, and that doesn't mean that it's not going to feel tough, right? Getting to the place is tough, and then choosing to stay there and exist there can be tough as well. But at this point, you've practiced. At this point, okay, if something comes up, I gotta cry, I gotta journal, I gotta release it. And that thing feels sticky, but now we know how to do it, right? The first time you're like, whoa, I haven't felt this emotion in a while. The first time you start the work and you feel the things you've been desperately trying not to feel, it feels so hard. But as you keep doing it, you move through the hardness with much more ease. So just working to be the person who does the work, who balances masculine and feminine, who stays connected and aligned, and just being that person are different beasts, right? And now we get to be that person. We get to leave behind the drama and trust that we've done the work, and it will bring us the world. Happy New Year, my friends. Thank you so much for all of your support on the channel this year. It's just so fun to connect with you guys in this way. If you want to start 2022 off right by diving into your needs specifically, I'd love to see your face on my Zoom screen. You can book a tarot reading via Zoom at the link down in the description below, and you'll also see a link to my tip jar. Any contribution made helps me to continue to bring you these messages. And I look forward to seeing you in the new year.